First contact. The vastness of space stretched out before Captain Alex Harper as he sat in the command chair of the Earthship Horizon. The ship's sleek design and advanced technology were a testament to humanity's progress in space exploration. Alex, a seasoned veteran of the United Earth Space Force, had seen his fair share of the cosmos, but nothing could have prepared him for what was about to unfold. Captain, we're picking up an anomalous reading at coordinates 327 Mark IV, reported Lieutenant Sarah Chen, the ship's sensors officer. Her voice carried a mix of excitement and apprehension. Alex leaned forward, his piercing blue eyes fixed on the main view screen. Can you identify it, Lieutenant? Sarah's fingers danced across her console. Negative, sir. It's like nothing we've encountered before. The energy signature is alien. The word hung in the air, charged with possibility. Humanity had long wondered if they were alone in the universe, and now it seemed they might finally have their answer. Helm, set an intercept course, Alex ordered, his voice calm but tinged with anticipation. Let's see what we've got out there. As the horizon altered its trajectory, the crew buzzed with nervous energy. They had trained for this moment, but the reality of potential first contact was overwhelming. Alex felt the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. His decisions in the next few hours could shape the future of human-alien relations. As they approached the coordinates, a shimmer appeared on the view screen. Slowly, it coalesced into a form that left the entire bridge crew speechless. An alien vessel, unlike anything they had ever seen, materialized before them. Its hull seemed to ripple like liquid metal, reflecting the starlight in mesmerizing patterns. My God, whispered Commander Jack Reeves, Alex's second in command. It's beautiful. Alex nodded in agreement but kept his focus. Open a channel, all frequencies. Let's see if they're in a talking mood. For several tense moments, there was no response. Then suddenly, the view screen flickered to life. The image that appeared caused gasps throughout the bridge. Standing before them was a being of such otherworldly beauty that it defied description. Her skin shimmered with an iridescent glow, her eyes were pools of swirling galaxies, and her form was both familiar and alien at once. Greetings, humans of Earth, the alien woman spoke, her voice melodious and somehow understandable. I am Zora of the Luminary. I come seeking your help. Alex stood, straightening his uniform. I am Captain Alex Harper of the Earthship Horizon. We are honored to make your acquaintance, Zara. How can we assist you? Zora's expression shifted, revealing a vulnerability that seemed at odds with her ethereal appearance. My ship has been damaged, and I am being pursued by those who wish to harness my abilities for nefarious purposes. I seek sanctuary among your people. The implications of her words weren't lost on Alex. Offering help could potentially drag Earth into an interstellar conflict. Yet, the opportunity to make a positive first impression on an alien species and possibly gain access to advanced technology was too significant to ignore. We'll need to verify your claims, of course, Alex said diplomatically. But we're willing to offer assistance. May we send a team to your ship to assess the damage? Zara nodded, relief evident in her otherworldly eyes. You were most kind, Captain Harper. I welcome your aid. As Alex organized an away team, he couldn't shake the feeling that this encounter would change the course of human history. Little did he know just how right he was. The away team, led by Commander Reeves and including the ship's chief engineer and medical officer, boarded Zara's vessel. The interior was just as awe-inspiring as the exterior, with corridors that seemed to shift and change as they walked through them. Zara guided them to the ship's engine room, where the damage was evident. Strange, pulsating crystals that appeared to power the ship were cracked and dim. Our propulsion system relies on these quantum crystals, Zara explained. They were damaged during an attack by my pursuers. Without them, I cannot outrun those who hunt me. Dr. Emily Torres, the Horizon's chief medical officer, was more interested in Zara herself. Her tricorder readings were off the charts. Zara, if you don't mind me asking, What exactly are the abilities your pursuers are after? Zara hesitated, then seemed to come to a decision. With a wave of her hand, the damaged engine room shimmered and transformed into a lush alien forest. The away team gasped in amazement. "I am what my people called a reality shaper," Zara said softly. "I can manipulate the fabric of space-time itself. It is a rare gift, one that many would misuse for power and conquest." The implications were staggering. Such an ability could revolutionize space travel, terraform planets, or be weaponized to devastating effect. It was no wonder Zara was being hunted. Back on the horizon, Alex received the away team's report with a mixture of awe and concern. The decision to help Zara had just become far more complicated. If Earth offered her sanctuary, they might incur the wrath of whoever was pursuing her. But the potential benefits of an alliance with a being of Zara's capabilities were equally immense. As Alex weighed his options, the ship's sensors blared to life. "Captain," Lieutenant Chen called out. "Multiple ships dropping out of faster-than-light travel. They're on an intercept course." The view screen showed a fleet of menacing vessels, their designs as alien as Zara's but bristling with obvious weaponry. A transmission cut through the horizon's communications. "Attention, Earth vessel," a guttural voice growled. "You are harboring a fugitive of the Draxon Empire. Surrender her immediately, or be destroyed along with her." Alex's jaw clenched. The moment of decision had arrived far sooner than he'd anticipated. He looked at the image of Zara's ship, fragile and vulnerable next to the horizon, then at the approaching Draxon fleet. With a deep breath, he made his choice. "Shield up. Prepare for combat. We're not surrendering anyone today." As the crew sprang into action, Alex couldn't help but wonder if he'd just ignited an interstellar war. But looking at Zara's grateful expression on the view screen, he knew he'd made the only choice he could live with. The next few moments would determine not only their fate, but potentially the future of human-alien relations. Alex Harper, a man who had always prided himself on his preparedness, found himself stepping into uncharted territory. But isn't that what space exploration was all about? With a determined set to his jaw, he began issuing orders. The horizon, though advanced by Earth standards, was about to be tested against technology far beyond their own. But Alex had faith in his crew, in human ingenuity, and in the rightness of their cause. As the Draxon ships closed in, weapons charged and ready, Alex allowed himself a small, defiant smile. Humanity was about to show the galaxy what they were made of. Unlikely alliance. The horizon shuddered as the first salvo from the Draxon fleet impacted its shields. Captain Alex Harper gripped the arms of his command chair, his mind racing through tactical possibilities. "Shields at 78% and holding, Captain," Lieutenant Chen reported, her fingers dancing across her console. Alex nodded, his eyes fixed on the view screen. The Draxon ships were impressive, their hulls bristling with weapon ports that glowed with ominous energy. But Alex had a few tricks up his sleeve. "Mr. Reeves, initiate Protocol Omega," Alex ordered, a glint in his eye. Commander Reeves grinned, understanding dawning on his face. "Aye, sir." Protocol Omega engaged. Suddenly, the horizon's engines flared with a brilliant blue light. The ship seemed to shimmer, and then, in a blink, it vanished from view. On the Draxon command ship, Admiral Zorg snarled in frustration. Where did they go? Find them. But the horizon was nowhere to be seen. Alex allowed himself a small smile. The quantum camouflage technology, Earth's most closely guarded secret, was working perfectly. "Now, Mr. Chen, target their lead ship's propulsion systems. Fire when ready." The horizon reappeared behind the Draxon fleet, its phasers lancing out with pinpoint accuracy. The lead ship's engines sputtered and died, leaving it drifting helplessly in space. "Direct hit, Captain," Chen exclaimed. "Their flagship is disabled." Before the Draxons could regroup, a shimmering portal opened in space beside the horizon. Zora's voice came through the comm system. "Captain Harper, quickly, I've opened a subspace corridor. It will take us to safety, but it won't stay open for long. Alex didn't hesitate. Helm, take us in. Full impulse. The horizon surged forward, entering the swirling vortex just as the Draxon ships opened fire. The portal closed behind them, leaving their pursuers far behind. As they emerged from the subspace corridor, Alex and his crew found themselves in a stellar nursery, a vast cloud of gas and dust where new stars were being born. The sight was breathtaking, columns of cosmic matter stretching for light years in every direction. "Where are we?" Alex asked, all evident in his voice. Zora's image appeared on the view screen, her otherworldly beauty even more striking against the backdrop of stellar creation. "This is the Cradle of Stars, a place hidden from most of the galaxy. We'll be safe here for now." Alex ordered the ship to full stop, then turned to his crew. "Well done, everyone. That was some exceptional flying and fighting." He paused, his expression growing serious. "But I think it's time we got some answers. Zora, would you be willing to come aboard and explain exactly what we've gotten ourselves into?" Zora nodded, her eyes reflecting a mixture of gratitude and apprehension. "Of course, Captain. I owe you that much and more." Minutes later, Zora materialized in the Horizon's conference room. Up close, her alien nature was even more apparent. Her skin seemed to shift colors subtly, like the surface of a soap bubble, and her hair moved as if caught in an unseen breeze. Alex, along with his senior staff, sat around the conference table. The atmosphere was tense, a mixture of curiosity and caution. "Thank you for joining us, Zora," Alex began. "I think it's time you told us everything. Who are the Draxons, and why are they after you?" Zora took a deep breath, her form shimmering slightly. "The Draxons are a warrior race, conquerors who seek to dominate the galaxy. They've subjugated countless worlds, but Earth and its allies have thus far remained beyond their reach." She paused, her eyes meeting Alex's. "As for why they're pursuing me, it's because of what I am. A reality shaper." Dr. Torres leaned forward, her scientific curiosity piqued. "You mentioned that before. What exactly does that mean?" Zora held out her hand, and suddenly, a miniature galaxy sprang to life above her palm, stars swirling and planets forming before their eyes. "My people, the Luminari, evolved to manipulate the very fabric of reality. We can reshape matter, energy, even space-time itself." The room fell silent, the implications sinking in. Such power could revolutionize technology, medicine, space travel, or be used as the ultimate weapon. Commander Reeves voiced what they were all thinking, "And the Draxons want to use your abilities to expand their empire." Zora nodded, closing her hand and causing the miniature galaxy to vanish. "Yes, they believe that with a reality shaper under their control, they could reshape entire star systems to their will. No planet would be beyond their reach." Alex stood, pacing the room as he processed this information. "But why come to us? Surely there are other, more advanced races that could offer better protection." Zora's expression softened, a look of admiration crossing her features. "Because of your potential. My people have been watching Earth for centuries. We've seen your struggles, your triumphs. You're young as a spacefaring race, but your creativity, your adaptability, it's unlike anything we've seen." She stood, moving to the window to gaze out at the stellar nursery. "The Draxons are powerful, yes, but they're rigid, set in their ways. Humanity, on the other hand, thinks outside the box. You find solutions where others see only problems. That's why I believe you're our best hope against the Draxon threat." Alex joined her at the window, watching as a new star ignited in the distance. "You're asking us to go to war against an empire we've never even heard of before today. That's a lot to ask." Zora turned to him, her eyes swirling with galaxies. "I'm asking you to defend not just me, but your own future. The Draxons were coming for Earth eventually. Now you have a chance to face them on your terms, with an ally by your side." Alex looked back at his crew, seeing the determination in their eyes. They had signed up to explore the unknown, to push the boundaries of human achievement. This was their chance to do just that, on a scale they had never imagined. He turned back to Zara, extending his hand. "All right, Zara, you've got yourself an alliance. Now, let's figure out how to win this war." As Zara took his hand, sealing their pact, neither of them could have predicted the incredible journey that lay ahead. The fate of galaxies now rested in the hands of an unlikely alliance, a human starship captain and the galaxy's most extraordinary alien woman. In that moment, as human ingenuity prepared to clash with alien might, the stars themselves seemed to hold their breath, waiting to see what this union would bring. The quantum gambit. The horizon drifted silently through the shimmering gases of the stellar nursery, its advanced cloaking technology rendering it invisible to all but the most sophisticated sensors. Inside, Captain Alex Harper stood in the newly christened Reality Lab, watching in awe as Zara manipulated the very fabric of space-time. "Incredible," Alex breathed, as a miniature black hole formed between Zara's hands, its event horizon a mesmerizing swirl of light and darkness. Zara smiled, her iridescent skin pulsing with energy. "This is but a fraction of what reality shapers can do, Alex. With your human ingenuity and my abilities, we might just have a chance against the Draxons." Their plan was audacious, bordering on insane, but in the face of an overwhelming enemy, insanity might be their only hope. "Captain, to the bridge." Commander Ree's voice crackled over the intercom, urgency evident in his tone. Alex and Zara exchanged a glance before rushing to the command center. As they entered, the main view screen flickered to life, showing a sight that made even Zara gasp. A massive Draxon warship, easily 10 times the size of the horizon, hung in space before them. But it was what surrounded the ship that truly boggled the mind. Hundreds of smaller craft swarmed around it, each one seeming to phase in and out of existence. "What in the name of Einstein's ghost are we looking at?" Alex demanded, his eyes wide with disbelief. Lieutenant Chen's fingers flew over her console. "Sir, those smaller ships, they're quantum entangled. They exist in multiple states simultaneously. Our sensors can't get a lock." Zara stepped forward, her expression grim. "The quantum armada. I'd heard rumors, but I never thought." She turned to Alex. "This changes everything. Those ships can be in multiple places at once, attacking from all angles simultaneously." Alex's mind raced. Their original plan was in shambles, but perhaps, "Lieutenant Chen, can we use the quantum camouflage to mimic their entanglement?" Chen's eyes lit up. "Theoretically, yes, but we'd need an enormous amount of power and a reality shaper," Zara finished, understanding dawning on her face. Alex nodded. "Exactly. Zara, if we combine your abilities with our technology, could we create our own quantum copies of the horizon?" Zara's skin shimmered with excitement. "It's possible, but incredibly dangerous. We'd be pushing the boundaries of physics itself." "Well," Alex said with a grim smile, "we didn't come all this way to play it safe. Let's show the Draxons what happens when human audacity meets luminary power." The next hours were a blur of frantic activity. The engineering team, led by the brilliant Dr. Akira Tanaka, worked tirelessly to modify the Horizon's quantum camouflage system. Meanwhile, Zara and Dr. Torres delved into the intricacies of reality shaping, seeking a way to amplify Zara's abilities to an unprecedented scale. As the final preparations were made, Alex addressed his crew. "What we're about to attempt has never been done before. We're not just bending the rules of physics, we're rewriting them. But that's what humanity does best. We see the impossible, and we make it possible." He turned to Zara, extending his hand. Ready to make history, Zara took his hand, her touch sending a surge of energy through him. "With you, Alex, I'm ready for anything." They made their way to the newly constructed quantum core, a pulsing chamber of energy at the heart of the ship. As Zara stepped into the core, her body began to glow, tendrils of light extending from her form to merge with the ship's systems. "Now, Lieutenant Chen," Alex commanded. Chen activated the modified quantum camouflage, and suddenly the view screen exploded with images. Hundreds of horizons burst into existence, each one an exact quantum copy of the original. The Draxon quantum armada, caught off guard by this impossible feat, fell into disarray. Their carefully coordinated attack patterns crumbled as they faced an enemy that had inexplicably matched their greatest technological advantage. Alex's voice rang out across all versions of the horizon. All ships execute attack pattern Omega-3. The swarm of horizons moved as one, unleashing a barrage of weapons fire that the Draxons, for all their technological might, were unprepared to counter. Quantum torpedoes, their payloads enhanced by Zara's reality warping powers, phased through the Draxon shields as if they weren't there. In the quantum core, Zara's consciousness expanded, touching each copy of the horizon. She could feel a strain on the fabric of reality, the universe itself groaning under the weight of their audacious gambit. Alex, she communicated telepathically, her voice resonating in his mind. We can't maintain this for long. The universe, it's fighting back against our manipulation. Alex, she communicated telepathically, her voice resonating in his mind. We can't maintain this for long. The universe, it's fighting back against our manipulation. Alex understood. They were walking a nice edge between victory and cosmic catastrophe. All ships, concentrate fire on the Draxon flagship's main reactor. The horizons moved in perfect synchronization, their weapons converging on a single point. The Draxon flagship's defenses, formidable as they were, couldn't withstand the laws of physics-defying assault. With a blinding flash, the Draxon ship's reactor went critical. The explosion rippled through subspace, taking out scores of their quantum-entangled smaller craft. As quickly as they had appeared, the copies of the horizon winked out of existence. In the quantum core, Zara collapsed, her energy spent. Alex rushed to her side, cradling her glowing form. "We did it," she whispered, her voice weak but triumphant. Alex looked at the viewscreen, where the remains of the Draxon fleet were in full retreat. "Yes, we did, and I have a feeling the galaxy will never be the same." As the Horizon's crew celebrated their impossible victory, Alex couldn't help but feel that this was just the beginning. They had proven that the combination of human ingenuity and alien wonders could achieve the unimaginable. The universe had been put on notice. Humanity was ready to take its place among the stars, and they would rewrite the very laws of physics if that's what it took to survive and thrive. As Zara recovered in the medical bay, her hand intertwined with Alex's, both of them knew that their journey together was far from over. The Draxons would be back, and next time, they'd be ready for the Horizon's quantum tricks. But for now, as they drifted amid the glowing remnants of the battle, there was a moment of peace. A human starship captain and the galaxy's most extraordinary alien woman, united in a bond that transcended species and spacetime itself. The stars twinkled around them, bearing witness to the birth of a legend that would echo across the cosmos for eons to come. Echoes of eternity. The horizon drifted through the iridescent nebula of the Andromeda Veil, its hull still bearing the scars of their quantum battle with the Draxon fleet. Inside the ship's newly constructed Chronos chamber, Captain Alex Harper watched in awe as Zara manipulated streams of temporal energy with graceful gestures. "Incredible," Alex breathed, his eyes tracking the shimmering threads of time that danced around them. "So this is how we'll gain the edge over the Draxons." Zara nodded, her luminescent skin pulsing with chronal energy. "Time dilation is just the beginning, Alex. By combining your quantum technology with my reality-shaping abilities, we're on the cusp of something revolutionary: temporal synthesis." Their latest plan was beyond audacious. It verged on the impossible. But in a war against an enemy that could manipulate the very fabric of space, the impossible had become their stock in trade. Suddenly, the ship's alarms blared to life. "Captain, to the bridge immediately." Commander Reed's voice crackled over the intercom, an edge of panic in his usually calm demeanor. Alex and Zara exchanged a worried glance before racing to the command center. As they burst onto the bridge, the main view screen flickered to life, revealing a sight that made even Zora's ethereal features pale. A colossal structure hung in space before them, its form defying Euclidean geometry. It seemed to fold in on itself, existing in more dimensions than the human mind could comprehend. Surrounding it was a fleet of Draxon ships, but they appeared different, more angular, almost crystalline in structure. "What in the name of Hawking's paradox are we looking at?" Alex demanded, his mind struggling to process the impossible image before him. Lieutenant Chen's fingers danced over her console, her brow furrowed in concentration. "Sir, that structure, it's emitting temporal radiation unlike anything we've ever seen. And those ships, they're Draxon, but evolved, as if they've experienced centuries of technological advancement in moments." Zora stepped forward, her expression a mix of awe and terror. The Infinity Nexus. It was supposed to be a myth, a theoretical construct that even the Luminary thought impossible. She turned to Alex, her eyes swirling with galaxies of concern. "They've built a bridge across time itself. Those aren't just Draxon ships, they're Draxons from the future." The implications hit Alex like a supernova. The Draxons hadn't just upped the ante, they'd changed the game entirely. With technology from the future, they could rewrite history itself, erasing Earth and its allies from existence before they ever posed a threat. But Alex Harper hadn't come this far to be erased from history. His mind raced, piecing together fragments of their research, snippets of Zora's teachings about reality shaping, and the quantum principles that had allowed them to triumph before. "Lieutenant Chen," he said, a plan forming even as he spoke, "can we use the quantum entanglement drive to sync with the temporal radiation from the Infinity Nexus?" Chen's eyes widened as she grasped his intent. "Theoretically, yes, but the power requirements would be astronomical. We'd need to channel the energy of a dying star," Zora finished, understanding dawning on her face. "Alex, are you suggesting what I think you are?" Alex nodded, a grim smile playing on his lips. "If the Draxons want to play with time, let's show them what happens when human ingenuity meets luminary wisdom across all of history." The next hours were a blur of frenzied activity. The engineering team, led by the brilliant Dr. Tanaka, worked tirelessly to modify the quantum entanglement drive. Meanwhile, Zara and Dr. Torres delved into the intricacies of temporal synthesis, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. As the final preparations were made, Alex addressed his crew. "What we're about to attempt goes beyond bending the rules of physics. We're going to surf the waves of time itself. Every moment in history has led to this. Let's make our ancestors proud and our descendants possible." He turned to Zara, their hands intertwining. The touch sent cascades of temporal energy flowing between them, as if their very bond was instrumental to their audacious plan. "Ready to make history?" Alex asked, the double meaning not lost on either of them. Zora's smile was radiant, transcending time and space. "With you, Alex, I'm ready to shape eternity itself." They made their way to the Chronos chamber, now pulsing with energies that boggled the mind. As Zora stepped into the temporal focal point, her form began to shimmer, becoming at once more ethereal and more real than anything in the universe. "Now, Lieutenant Chen," Alex commanded. Chen activated the modified quantum drive, and suddenly the view screen exploded with images that defied description. The horizon seemed to exist at every point in its history simultaneously, from its construction in the shipyards of Earth to battles yet to be fought at the edge of the universe. The Draxon fleet, for all their future technology, reeled in shock. Their careful manipulations of time faltered in the face of an enemy that existed across all of history at once. Alex's voice echoed not just across space, but across time itself. All iterations of Horizon execute attack pattern Omega Infinity. What followed was a battle that defied comprehension. Weapons fire from the Horizon's past, present, and future converged on the Draxon ships. Temporal torpedoes, their payloads enhanced by Zara's reality warping powers, struck the enemy vessels at every point in their existence simultaneously. In the Chronos chamber, Zora's consciousness expanded beyond the confines of linear time. She could feel a strain on the fabric of reality, the multiverse itself shuddering under the weight of their temporal manipulation. Alex. Her voice resonated across all of time, echoing in every version of his mind throughout history. We're approaching a universal bifurcation point. If we push any further, we risk fracturing reality itself. Alex understood. They were walking a tightrope across the Grand Canyon of time, with the fate of all existence in the balance. All horizons concentrate fire on the infinity nexus. Let's end this across all of history. The horizons moved in perfect synchronization, their weapons converging on the multi-dimensional structure that anchored the Draxon's temporal invasion. The nexus, despite drawing power from the future itself, couldn't withstand an assault that came from every moment in time. With a reality-shattering explosion, the infinity nexus collapsed. The blast rippled across time and space, erasing the future Draxon fleet from existence and sealing the rift they had torn in the cosmos. As the temporal energies dissipated, the myriad versions of the horizon collapsed back into a single ship. In the Chronos chamber, Zara fell into Alex's arms, her form flickering between states of energy and matter. "We did it," she whispered, her voice echoing with the weight of eons. "We saved not just the present, but all of history." Alex looked at the view screen, where the regular space-time continuum was reasserting itself. The Draxon threat had been erased not just from the present, but from the river of time itself. "Yes," he said, his voice filled with wonder and exhaustion. But at what cost? As the Horizon's crew tried to come to terms with their victory, a triumph that spanned the entirety of cosmic history, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that they had irreversibly changed the nature of existence itself. They had proven that the combination of human determination and luminary wisdom could reshape the very foundations of reality. The universe would never be the same, and neither would they. As Zara recovered in the Chronos chamber, her essence slowly coalescing back into physical form, she and Alex knew that their journey had only just begun. They had touched eternity, surfed the waves of time, and emerged changed in ways they were only beginning to understand. The stars blazed around them, bearing witness to a legend that now spanned the entire cosmic timeline. A human starship captain and the galaxy's most extraordinary alien woman, united in a bond that transcended not just species and space, but time itself. As they drifted amid the cosmic aftermath of their time-bending battle, Alex and Zara knew that the true adventure, exploring the new reality they had inadvertently created, was only just beginning. The universe, past, present, and future, held its breath, waiting to see what this extraordinary pair would do next. Singularity Ascension. The horizon hung suspended at the edge of a massive black hole, the fabric of space-time visibly warping around its event horizon. Inside the ship's quantum nexus, Captain Alex Harper and Zara stood hand in hand, their forms shimmering with residual temporal energy. "Are you sure about this, Zara?" Alex asked, his voice a mixture of awe and apprehension. "Once we cross the event horizon, there's no turning back." Zara's luminescent skin pulsed with determination. "It's the only way, Alex. The cosmic rewrite we triggered has changed everything. Reality itself is unraveling, and only by harnessing the power of a singularity can we hope to stabilize the multiverse." Their final plan was beyond audacious. It was the ultimate gambit. But in a universe where the laws of physics had become suggestions, audacity was their only hope. Suddenly, the ship's AI, now evolved into a sentient entity they called AOIA, Advanced Recursive Intelligence Algorithm, materialized as a holographic presence. "Captain Zara," AOIA's voice resonated with digital concern. "I completed the calculations. The Singularity Fusion Protocol has a 0.1% chance of success. The alternative is the collapse of all reality as we know it." Alex smiled grimly. "Well, AOIA, in my experience, that's just another way of saying we've got a fighting chance." He turned to address the crew one last time, his words broadcast across all decks. Everyone, what we're about to attempt goes beyond anything in human or luminary history. We're not just bending reality, we're reforging the cosmic forge itself. Every decision, every moment has led us here. Let's make it count. The crew's response was a chorus of determination. They had transcended their original roles, becoming more than just space explorers. They were now the guardians of reality itself. As final preparations were made, Dr. Tanaka approached with a device that pulsed with exotic energy. "Captain, this is the quantum entanglement amplifier. It should allow your consciousness to remain coherent even as you approach the singularity." Alex nodded, accepting the device. As he activated it, he felt his awareness expand, touching every atom of the ship, every thought of his crew. He was no longer just their captain, he was becoming one with the horizon itself. Zara, watching this transformation, felt a surge of emotions that transcended her luminary nature. "Alex," she said, her voice carrying the weight of galaxies, "no matter what happens, what we've shared, it's eternal." Their eyes met, and in that moment, they understood each other on a level that defied explanation. Human and luminary, now united in a bond that could reshape the cosmos. "Lieutenant Chen," Alex commanded, his voice now carrying harmonic overtones that resonated through subspace, "initiate the Singularity dive." Chen's fingers danced across her console, now an intricate interface of hard light and neural links. "Singularity dive initiated, Captain. May the universe be with us." The horizon surged forward, its quantum-reinforced hull gleaming as it approached the event horizon. As they crossed that point of no return, reality itself seemed to stretch and distort. Inside the ship, the laws of physics began to break down. Gravity fluctuated wildly, time flowed in multiple directions simultaneously, and the very atoms of their beings threatened to unravel. But Alex and Zara, their consciousnesses expanded and intertwined, held it all together. Their combined will, amplified by the ship's technology and the crew's unwavering support, became a beacon of order in the chaos of the Singularity. As they plunged deeper, they encountered echoes of possible futures and forgotten pasts. They saw versions of themselves from parallel timelines, some where they had failed, others where they had become tyrants, and still others where they had transcended corporal form entirely. "Focus, everyone." Alex's voice resonated across all possibilities. "We're approaching the cosmic pivot point. At the heart of the Singularity, where space and time ceased to have meaning, they found it, the nexus of all realities, the cosmic pivot point. It was here that the fate of the multiverse would be decided." Zara, her form now a being of pure energy, merged with the ship's systems. "Alex, it's time. We need to initiate the reality reforge." Alex nodded, his consciousness expanding to encompass the entire crew, the ship, and beyond. Together, they focused their combined will, technology, and the fundamental forces of the universe itself. What followed defied description. It was a battle not of weapons, but of pure creation. They fought against the encroaching chaos, reshaping the very foundations of reality with each thought, each quantum fluctuation. In that timeless moment, they glimpsed the true nature of the cosmos, a grand tapestry of interconnected realities, each thread a universe unto itself. And they, improbably, had become the weavers. With a final, reality-shattering effort, they stabilized the cosmic framework. The multiverse, teetering on the brink of collapse, snapped back into a new, more resilient configuration. As the energies settled, the horizon emerged from the Singularity, but it was no longer just a ship. It had become a living extension of its crew, a hybrid of technology and consciousness that defied classification. Alex and Zara, their forms shimmering between physical and energy states, stood at the helm of this new cosmic entity. They were no longer merely human and luminary. They had become something entirely new, guardians of a reborn multiverse. The view screen showed not just space, but the intricate web of realities they had saved and reshaped. Countless worlds, species, and possibilities stretched out before them, a cosmos reborn and brimming with newfound potential. "We did it," Alex breathed, his voice carrying the echoes of 1,000,000,000,000 realities. Zora, her former dazzling display of cosmic energy, smiled. "No, my love, we've only just begun." As the crew of the Horizon, now elevated to a state beyond their former selves, gazed out at the reforged multiverse, they knew their greatest adventure lay ahead. They had not just saved reality, they had become its custodians, explorers of a cosmic tapestry more vast and wondrous than anything they had imagined. The stars pulsed with new life, bearing witness to the birth of legend that transcended time, space, and reality itself. A human starship captain and the galaxy's most extraordinary alien woman, now united as cosmic entities, embarking on an eternal journey of discovery and creation. As they set course for the uncharted reaches of their new multiverse, Alex and Zara knew that every moment, every decision, every reality they would encounter was a testament to the power of human ingenuity, luminary wisdom, and the unbreakable bond they had forged. The multiverse, in all its infinite glory, awaited its new guardians, and they were ready for whatever wonders, or challenges, awaited them in the vast cosmic ocean of possibility.